Welcome in, everybody, to the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by Michelob Ultra. Make sure you are all set for this Suns game and Super Bowl weekend by picking you up some Michelob Ultra. I'm Lindsay. That's Flex. That's Espo. How you guys doing tonight?
2.6 calories, or 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and some foam.
A little fizzy there off the top.
Espo chilling.
Well, listen, Espo's ready for this Super Bowl weekend. Are the Suns and the Warriors ready, though? Because we know how some people feel about the clubs, but there's one really hot club that I know they all want to be visiting.
It's elegant. It's exciting. It's exclusive. It's fun. It's Footprint Center, Phoenix's hottest new club. Located in the heart of downtown in a basketball arena, this club has everything. A basketball court, a locker room, the most premier sound system, and 19,000 of your closest friends bumping and thumping to the hottest techno music in the valley. Don't take our word for it. Five-time NBA champion Steve Kerr agrees.
It's like a club. It's like a South Beach club out there. This thumping techno club music.
Stop by the Valley's newest and hottest club, Footprint Center. Oh, and make sure to pay your cover because our bouncer, Scott Foster, has no problem throwing out people who complain.
Yo, I love this, yo. Yo, that's got to get played. Man, that's awesome, bro.
I unfortunately they're in San Francisco, but they wish they were in the club here in Phoenix tonight.
But don't worry, they'll be in the club soon enough. Just a quick little basketball game. This one will probably wrap up very fast because they're all definitely hopping on planes and heading out to Vegas tonight for Super Bowl parties.
Yeah.
You think all of them are on cahoots here? They fly in together on the same PJ?
I do. I think both teams are already making after game. Where's the after party behind the after party behind the after party? Whose crib we crashing? Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. So this is
You mean they're not just coming home for some bean dip and a six-pack? Man, we live such different lives.
I wish they were better. I wish they would just go home, lay on the couch, eat a bean pie.
Facts, right?
And just chill. But they not. They on their way out.
Fire up the PJ, we get into the clubs.
It might be Steph Curry's private jet.
It might be.
Yeah.
Listen, it'll save on gas, right? Be economical here a little bit, as much as you can with a private jet anyway.
Right.
Rent a bus, drive from San Francisco. Come on.
Yeah.
Then it'd be too late then, Espo. They wouldn't get there fast
That's
enough.
true. That's true.
But to be completely honest with you guys, I am going into this game with that in mind because as much as we joke about it, it is realistic. Both of these teams are trying to get this game over with so they can head on out for Super Bowl shenanigans, especially the Suns since they're off tomorrow and on Monday, game-wise.
At least this game isn't on national television. Wait.
Yeah, so I'm going in with lowered expectations. I mean, I still have expectations for this Suns basketball team to show up, do their jobs before they go party, but it wouldn't surprise me if there was a little bit of anxious, I suppose, feelings in this one to get to the end of it. So they can go do normal human being stuff. Wouldn't
you rather win? Wouldn't you rather win so you could walk confidently in the club rather than I just lost on national television? All you fools in here saw me do it.
They'll cry into their $100 bills.
I forgot these guys never lack confidence. Again, another normal human being thing that they don't know.
Absolutely. So. All right. Well, we got the Suns and the Warriors facing off tonight in San Francisco. The biggest thing I'm looking at in this one, Draymond Green and Yusuf Nurkic. The first time these two guys have seen each other since the kerfuffle that created a lot of chaos within Draymond's world And a little bit in Nurk's world too, if you ask Shaq anyway.
Yeah.
Don't. Why you gotta bring up my arch nemesis? I'm talking like him now. Shaquille O'Neal. I do not want to hear about the big doofus. All right, I don't want to hear about it. He can give himself nicknames. I got a few for him.
I'm conflicted, man, because Shaq's my guy, man. Shaq's my guy.
I understand you're both from Jersey, but that does not mean you need to take his side. You sit next to me now.
Oh, here's the thing. You said Jersey. Like, we're from the same neighborhood.
I don't care if you're from the same womb.
Like,
all right? You're sitting next to me now.
Hey, Shaq done bought me meatloaf.
Oh,
like you bought me. Have you ever bought me? Have you ever bought me meatloaf?
I offered to get you Thai food tonight, and you said no. That's on you, bro.
You did.
Shaq gave me tickets to a Suns game. That doesn't change nothing.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, Shaq is my guy, but he's been bugging lately. Like that stuff he said about Nurk was kind of out of pocket, especially because Nurk didn't say any of this stuff
He
that
didn't,
Shaq
and
claimed
none of
he
that
said.
stuff that Shaq said was true. He literally saw an Instagram post about it, and chose to run with it. As
so
if
that's
it was
a bad
factual.
look. Shaq, you deserve to be burnt for this one,
He
but
does.
mostly Shaq's a good dude.
Yeah,
I agree.
Shaq's a good dude.
But when it comes to my Phoenix Suns, Shaq ain't a good dude. Everybody remember when he did this? Yeah. I don't forget that shit. All right.
Although it was, we did get one really great meme because who put? I don't know who did it, but somebody put that brother needs help on an actual quote graphic and made it like a whole well-created graphic. And that thing has been reused multiple times since then by Nurk himself. So it gave us at least something that was really enjoyable from a social media perspective.
Yeah. Because he's I mean, it came off as sarcasm. I'm sure there was a hint of truth. But when he was talking about Draymond and what happened, hey, I hope nothing happens with Draymond. You can have fun with it, but obviously he's been going through some things. I hope a little bit of time off helps on that front, and that nothing escalates tonight, because I don't want to. I don't want to see that. But I also think it gives Nurk a little extra juice tonight, because the first time he has the opportunity to back down Draymond in the post, I think you know what's going to happen.
A little bit of a revenge game,
he's
like
going to go
Eric
at him.
said in the chat.
Yeah. Is Scott Foster reffing tonight?
I have no idea.
God, I hope not. You think they want out early? That'll be a 3.5 hour hellish game.
I think Scott Foster might be reffing tonight.
Well, let's find out.
And that might be good for us.
I got this thing called Google.
But it won't it wouldn't be a big deal though, because Chris Paul's not playing in tonight's game, because our injury report, he's the only one that's on there. He's out with that left hand fracture. So even if Scott Foster is reffing, it really doesn't matter. Bradley Beal, he was probable coming into tonight's game with a right ankle sprain, but he is in, so he will play tonight.
Nope. We got Mark Davis's crew tonight.
Oh,
no
man.
Scott Foster.
I would have rather Scott Foster tonight.
Scott Foster was in Oklahoma City, in Dallas for the Oklahoma City Dallas game. He was helping Luka win. So.
Okay.
All right. And then the second part of tonight's game that I'm most looking forward to is the debut of Royce O'Neal and maybe David Roddy, depending on the situation. But I feel like we're for sure going to see a little bit of Royce O'Neal in this one. How are you guys feeling about minutes wise, what you think he might see in this one?
I'm excited. I think you just throw him in there. I do. I think, you got the 6-man rotation. We're kind of back to full strength. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here, and I'm going to say Royce O'Neal is going to log about 18 minutes tonight. That's what I think is about. What do you think? I'm thinking about 18 to 20 minutes.
18 to 20 seems about right. Ease him in a little bit. Try to figure out a couple lineups that you want to see him with early on. I mean, if he's hot, though, if he starts hitting those threes and is playing some good defense out there, you probably see him maybe into that 25, 28 range.
I can see that. Yeah.
If he's playing well. I think he might also give this group a little bit of juice tonight, right?
Yeah.
Because there is an excitement for it. We saw the aforementioned Dallas game. Their two new guys got in there, and they got a big bounce from it earlier today. So I feel like, Royce is a little bit of a lesser quantity offensively than what Dallas got, but I could see where that helps keep that energy we saw the other night, Thursday night, with this team and kind of feed them a little bit. Whether it's 18 to 20 or 25 to 28, I don't think it matters. I think just knowing he's here now as well kind of gives you a little extra bounce.
Yeah, I think defensively, I think he's just gone. That's the good thing about Royce, is that typically when you make a trade, a player wants to come out and score
Mhm.
and kind of put numbers up to show that he belongs. But Royce knows that's not really what he's here to do. And so he's going to ease into these minutes, play some good defense, maybe get some rebounds, couple outlet passes, get him loose. And he's going to help tonight with like matchups with Draymond and some of these things that they're going to want to do, Wiggins. And so, I'm excited. I think he brings a little toughness this team's been
Well,
lacking.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna need as much defensive help as they can get tonight because this Warriors team has been playing well.
Yeah, I
playing
mean, that
well,
is
yeah.
something like the Warriors are not at the same level, in my opinion, as the Suns are this season specifically, but they still shoot the lights out from
Yep.
deep. And at any given moment, they can go on a run that'll just turn the entire game completely around. So you have to really lock in defensively within this one. And I do agree with you guys that Royce O'Neal will help with that one. And even if you haven't built up all that chemistry with your team yet, you can still play really tough defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Defense travels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense is 2/3 effort and then 1/3 skill. I think is what we've learned over the years. And Jonathan Kuminga is a guy that they're gonna have to watch out for. He's averaging 23.3 points in the last 10 games, which is really where
playing
we've
well.
seen
Yeah.
this Warriors team make that shift from middling team to a team that's shown a pulse. And so you might need Royce's help a little bit on that front too. There's all sorts of guys in this Warriors lineup that having an extra decent defender is a good thing. So
Yeah.
So a lot of people in the chat right now are talking about Royce O'Neal stepping into Grayson Allen's spot in
No.
the starting lineup. For tonight, 100%, because the Suns already sent it out. Grayson Allen is going to continue to start. For, in my opinion, the foreseeable future, Grayson Allen will continue to start because you got to get Royce O'Neal up to speed and integrated within this team. His knowledge of what they run and how they do things, all of that has to be figured out, I think, probably before they even experiment with that. I understand the idea of thinking that it would make sense to bring Grayson off the bench because initially that was kind of the thought with Grayson is he would be our sixth man. I don't know that you
No.
tinker with what
No.
you've got in this starting five, though.
No.
It has been so great for us
Yeah.
that I don't think you go messing with it unless you are experimenting because you think you might have to come playoff time. But
Right.
for the majority of time, I still think you leave it as is.
Nah, you leave this alone. I mean, come on, guys. Let's let the dude play 5-7 games before we just start throwing him into a starting lineup. Like, Grayson's been fantastic. I mean, are y'all forgetting he just had 14 dimes the other night? Like, no, there's two different type of players. Grayson fits in just fine. You don't try to reinvent the wheel with this move. You bring Royce in, you integrate him slowly, and you do things matchup based down the road, specifically in the playoffs.
Right.
But he's not he's not a starter anymore. It's not really what he's doing. He's an off the bench guy. And he's done really good in that role. So, no, way too early for that. Let's just integrate him and see what happens. And in matchups, we can figure that out later.
I could see him causing not a change in the starting lineup, but we talked about this yesterday, a change in the rotations where maybe Grayson is playing some of that ball handling at the beginning of a fourth. So Katie and Beal don't have to be that guy, or so you have an extra shooter out with them and Royce play. That's the kind of thing that they'll tinker with is when does a guy come out, who's out in what lineup, and how does Royce fit in with that to make it stronger. But I don't think you change the starting lineup. You look at their offensive efficiency and that group when they've played together, the five main starters, it's been an insane efficiency. So
Number one
you're not
offensive
messing with
basketball, right?
Yeah,
Number one
right.
offensive basketball
Over the-
since Christmas.
Yeah, and you just
You don't
don't mess
tinker with
it.
that. I like Royce. I like Royce playing when KD's at the 5.
Mhm.
Like those are the little adjustments he'll make. When KD's at the 5, you can slide Royce into the 3-4 spot and play around like that. But for right now, no, I'm not touching that starting line. They're playing too damn good.
Look, Tony says, Espo, you lying. You always, I think he meant always talking about Allen coming off the bench. I don't remember it,
In
but
the
maybe I
beginning
have.
of
In
the
the beginning
season,
of the year,
yes,
yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
kind of what we were all thinking because we also thought
KBD
maybe
or
Josh Okogie or
right.
KBD would make more sense in the starting lineup to bring that defensive effort and what we needed defensively. But as far as what we thought we needed anyway. Clearly, those two didn't work out in the starting lineup. Grayson Allen ended up earning that spot, and it's worked out really well for us. So things change based on what we are shown.
And I don't mind experimenting with it in certain matchups, because maybe in the playoffs you're playing a Clippers team and you decide I need that bigger body out there to start with this group, so maybe you experiment with it. But in most cases, I've just seen so much from the offense in the way they're clicking with everybody in the lineup that I'd be very hesitant about it. Now, he says 2 podcasts ago. I brought it up 2 podcasts ago asking if we'd consider it, but I'm not advocating that that's necessarily the right answer. But again, he can be that backup ball handler. So you mess with rotations potentially outside of the starting lineup, but I don't know that is prudent unless a matchup really dictates it, where size is something that's so necessary.
This is where you get that recency bias. Like you got a player, he's new. And so you want to play
with the new shiny toy.
You
want to know what you got.
It's a new shiny toy. But here's what I'll ask you, Espo, to your point. Who's the best 3-point shooter in basketball?
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen. Who's got the number 1 offense in basketball since Christmas?
The Suns.
Phoenix
tied
Suns.
with the Clippers.
Tied with the Clippers. Who's got the 9th best defense in basketball since Christmas?
The Suns.
Phoenix Suns, right? Why are we talking about?
Because it's new and shiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, guys, relax. This start lineup in this team is doing just fine.
Okay.
Grayson, great. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Royce is a nice addition, and you work him in, and you kind of see how things play out. But yeah, we got a little bit of time before we start talking about changes to the starting lineup.
Let me also say, I talked with the Suns, and I have confirmed that O'Neal is 6'6".
I want to stop seeing that. Please say that.
That is the official height of him. It is wrong in 1 or 2 places online, but 6'6" is his official height. I asked. That is the league's official height for Royce O'Neal. So I know we joked we'll just split the difference and say 6'5". He is 6'6".
He's 6'6".
He's officially 6'6".
Yeah, and I'm seeing people in here talking about Royce is a 6'4" guard. Like, chill out, yo. Like,
It's a small forward.
He's a 4. He's 226 pounds. He's 6'6". He's played forward. He's a forward. He's not a 6'4" guard. Let's get back to it.
All I'm gonna say to put a pin in this one is that I don't remember who it was, but somebody in the chat, it might have been Ted, said that if we know anything, we know that Frank Vogel likes to tinker. And I am okay with Frank Vogel tinkering a little bit here with Royce O'Neal and how he implements him. Because if you already have it, it was Jeff that said it. Why not? I'm not opposed to it by any means. See what you got, see what works and what doesn't, so that you have fallback plans in the playoffs if you have to turn to them. I'm not saying, though, that I think Royce O'Neal should, in fact, replace Grayson Allen in that starting lineup. But I'm okay if he tinkers a little bit.
I'm okay with Royce O'Neal taking Grayson Allen's spot in the lineup. If Grayson Allen wasn't playing as good and the Phoenix Suns didn't have the number 1 offense in basketball since Christmas. But you don't mess with that. Like, I like the idea of tinkering. But you don't have, it doesn't have to be that drastic. This guy's going to be a top 7 rotation guy, top 8 rotation guy. When it all settles in, they're all going to be getting 25 minutes. So it's cool.
What I hope it means is in the rotation that we maybe see Grayson more with some of those bench guys so he gets more shots, right?
Yeah.
Because when he plays with the big 3, I think we've seen those shots dip. And some games he's only getting 4, right? If Royce playing more minutes with the big 3 throughout the game gives Grayson opportunities in other situations to get more shots, that's a win. But I don't necessarily know that needs to be at the start of games.
It doesn't.
Because that first 6 minutes can set the tone, and that offense is important there, and having those 5 guys who have upped that efficiency offensively makes a lot of sense. But after that, and tinkering with it in terms of those rotations is important at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You're right. I mean, you tinker with it. You get Grayson some shots. You get Royce with some minutes with the big 3. You play around with it, and I do like that. I think that's the misconception is a lot of people, they glorify the starting spot. They say, okay, these are the starters. And a lot of times what should be glorified is who's closing.
Yeah.
Like who's ending the game. And so that's going to be matchup based, Lens. There's going to be times where this starter lineup will be the same. But if Grayson has a particular matchup that's not favorable in the fourth quarter, or a particular person is getting busy offensively and it makes sense to let Royce slide in, then that could happen. I could see Royce closing out games defensively with this team, no doubt about it. But to start the game, I don't think you need to touch anything right now.
By the way, I just got an update from the Suns.
Did he
Royce
grow?
is actually 7'6".
Oh, he
They
grew.
actually had the feet wrong, not the inches wrong.
Got
so
it.
7'6". So,
Whoops.
Big boy.
All right, Espo, what are the guys wearing tonight?
the Suns are wearing the Association Edition white sunburst versus the Microsoft Word squiggle line San Francisco jerseys here that we got. I get it. It's the hills in San Francisco. It's
Okay.
something.
We
It's
get it,
something.
but we don't necessarily love it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got it.
That's what we'll say
That's
about
what
that
we'll say.
one. All right, who you guys got tonight by how much?
Give me the Suns by 5.
Okay.
Suns by 4.
Saul also has the Suns by 5, and I have them by 3. They're
Okay.
going for the sweep tonight for this season, and I think they've won by 5 or more in all of the other games that they played. Correct?
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
tripping?
No.
Did I read that?
By the way, Gerald had Warriors by 54. I was shocked.
Dang,
We couldn't fit it
Gerald.
on the graphic.
Okay.
though.
All right.
That's what he said?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say. Ooh.
What do our friends at the BetMGM Sportsbook app think, though?
This is a toss up to them. They have the Suns by 1.5, which really is the shrug emoji of gambling lines.
And that, my friends, again, is
Tell 'em,
Super
Linz.
Bowl weekend odds.
Translation.
Yeah.
That Lindsay just translated for y'all. Super Bowl Saturday, they got other plans. That's what that
Exactly.
means.
What are you putting your money on, Flex? What are you betting on
All
tonight?
right, so I got my standard bet. Today I got the Suns with a money line win. I got Linz, I need help. My eyes, that thing is like too small. What's the
Okay,
I
so you
got
got
the
the
over.
Suns to win. Total points over 242.5. Player points, you got Book at 20 plus, you got KD at 20 plus, and then Beal at 20 plus.
There you go.
You've been riding with the 20
I've been riding
20
with
for a
that.
minute.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
We gonna go. We gonna get it. What do you got your money on?
Me? Oh, I took an easy one tonight. I love a bet where I can just know if I won off the top and then be done with it for the rest of the day. I took Steph Curry to make the Warriors' first field goal tonight at
go,
a plus
Linz.
260.
I like that.
I'm
I'm
going a
on
little
Lindsay's
crazy
team.
with a plus 260, you guys.
That is a little crazy for you, but I really believe this. If Lindsay wins, I win.
Oh,
All
if,
right.
if you like crazy, I got crazy.
What
What do
got?
you got,
What
bro?
you
Let's
got?
get crazy. Suns first bucket exact. Devin Booker 3-pointer at plus 2,200. Let's ride.
Soon I'm gonna have to start taking these swings.
You might have to. You might have
when,
to.
when do you think? Another week or two
Yeah, after the All-Star break.
after the All-Star break? Then we
Mhm.
start taking
if
a
you're
swing.
if you're still
Okay.
super down in the negative after the All-Star break, you got to take
Okay.
some swings because you
Oh.
literally only have a very short amount of
I
time.
know. I was
to make
thinking. I was
things
thinking
up.
about it. We got about 30 games.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're kind of running out of time here.
Right? Okay.
I think it should be illegal for Saul to send a 6-leg parlay when he's not here to keep track and let us know.
Oh
He's
man.
still
his
hungover from Vegas.
6-leg
He
parlay.
hanging with Flavor Flav
Because he
and
sends
stuff,
us
man.
in, but he's not going to text us at the end of the game and be like, "My bad, hey, we're going to have
Oh,
to go
you
in.
don't
We're going to have
think
to
he will?
calculate
Oh,
it."
he will.
No,
No,
he
he
will.
And he'll
take
let you
some
know
victory
about
lap.
it. Yeah, he gonna let us know about it. Guys, I won
Well, I
again.
hope
You guys
so, 'cause
suck.
I don't want to have to keep track of all of this. He's got the Suns, the spread for the Suns minus 4.5. He's got player points, rebounds, and assists for KD at a plus 30 or 30 plus. PRA for Beal 30 plus. PRA for Nurk 20 plus. PRA for Book 30 plus, and PRA for Grayson Allen 20
Man,
plus.
if he hits that shit,
Like, that's
man,
a lot of math I got to
That's a
do
lot of math.
if he's not going to make sure
It's a lot
that
of
he
math,
tells
Emma.
me whether it hits or loses.
A lot of math Emma has to do.
I know.
I'm not doing it.
Do we trust Emma with math?
Guys, I'm good at math. I just can't read, okay?
Okay, well, there you go.
I'm with you, Em.
Well, if you guys want to get in on the action, make sure you sign up for the BetMGM Sportsbook app using the promo code PHNX. All you got to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $5, and you're going to receive 158 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager's outcome. Again, that code is PHNX, and you can check out the show notes for full details. And now you can listen to Damon talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Get stuffed, Ontario. Emma, we have that one other ad, the new sponsor. Can we roll that
we
one
do.
as well? Are you lonely? Are you looking for that special someone to share Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal with? Do you find yourself watching games alone at home on your couch? Well, look no further. Find that one person or multiple people to enjoy ball with. You don't have to feel lonely at PHNXSunsFansOnly.com. Nah, you don't need a cheesy dating site for Valentine's Day. Come hang out with the PHNX diehards and me, Espo, at the PHNX Suns Takeover February 14th. PHNX, go PHNX.com, get your tickets.
Oh,
You don't have to be lonely unless you choose to be.
That's great.
PHNXSunsFansOnly.com. That's pure comedy.
That's comedy, brother. That is comedy, brother.
Lord have mercy, Espo. We can always rely on you for a good advertisement. That's for sure. You should get paid to do it.
I kind of do.
Exactly. That was the compliment. So yeah, but listen to what Espo said. Don't be lonely on Valentine's Day. Come hang out with us. Bring everybody.
Yeah.
All right. We got a couple super chats here. This one, the first one comes from Just Been Revoked from yesterday's show. They sent it in super late and we weren't able to get to it. But they said, can we call Grayson Allen Hawkeye? Because he and Jay Renner are doppelgangers.
Ooh.
And I didn't know who that was, so I had to go look it up. And I feel like they are very similar. And Gerald liked the reference too.
I like it. He is a sharpshooter. I mean, he does look more like one other person, but I'm going to leave that where it is. But
I would prefer us to push for Jeremy, right?
Yeah, it's Jeremy Renner.
Than the other person.
I mean, I don't think Texas politician's a good nickname.
I feel like Grayson Allen might appreciate that more too.
Hawkeye, I like it. We can roll with that. That'll work.
All right. And then Michael sent us one as well. Thank you, Michael. They said, Flex, what's up with the U of A sweater? Phoenix belongs to the Devils.
All right, hold on.
That's facts, though, Flex. What
No,
are you
listen. So, growing up, I was a U of A fan.
How? Why?
No, because I was a fan of that backcourt: Jason Terry, Mike Bibby, Miles Simon. That was my squad. So this is from New Jersey, but my son is a Devil. My son's in school right now. He's a Devil. So I like both squads. And here's what I gotta do. Tell me where to go, Mike. Tell me where to go to get an all-white Arizona State hoodie.
Online.
Like this.
Literally, I'll
On
send
the
you
internet.
a link right now. Flex.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
I like white sweaters, so I saw this one. It looked dope, so I'll give me a white Sun Devil. Okay, I got it because the super producer Emma's
already got
she
the
already
link pulled
got
up.
it. So I'm gonna order one this week, and I promise next week I'll have a show with an all white Sun Devil forks up. That's what y'all say.
There we go.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go. Way to go, Michael. Bully him into wearing the right clothing. I support it. Bard in the chat asked, what channel is the game on? Arizona's Family
No, it's
Sports,
not.
of course.
It's ABC tonight.
It is?
It's ABC. It's national. It's only
thought
ABC.
it's not a
Nope,
simulcast?
it's not a simulcast. Don't listen to Lindsey Smith when you want the good info.
Okay. To be fair, they put it in here and they said tonight's game was on.
Yeah.
Arizona's Family Sports.
Who's they? Are the people of Denver put it in there?
I don't know who
Yeah,
put it
there
in
you
there.
go.
They put it in there.
It's ABC people.
And I thought I could trust them, but apparently I can't. So my bad. But
Okay.
I will say, most of the other games are on Arizona's Family Sports.
Tracy.
So normally you can watch it there. And wherever you live in Arizona, you can visit azfamily.com and click Suns games for listing information for your area. AZ Family is a great resource to help you find Phoenix Suns games on Arizona Family Sports. Just not tonight, apparently. ABC is your place to be tonight. Okay. We're going to go watch this game. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And don't forget to meet us right back here after the game wraps up. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.